Namaste, creative yogis. How you all doing out there? Another lovely week, and it is still the air element. So, really taking the time to breathe, creating space for ourselves and our lives to slow down and pay attention to our bodies and our minds, and finding time to reset ourselves, reset our nervous system. Because this whole year, as we've talked about, the year of the horse, it's actually in the fire sign, it's a fire horse. So the fire element is all about activation. So it's about connecting to our courage, our confidence, really feeling this sense of destiny, of really kind of going for something, taking action, very masculine energy, and which is great because it helps us to get where we need to go, but it can also be too much. You can get overstimulated when you've got too much fire energy flowing through your system. So the air element helps to cool things down if you need to cool it down. Of course, if you're feeling sluggish, it can also, like with the fire, the air can ignite things as well. So if you need that ignition, this could be the month that does that for you. But I know from my particular experience at the moment, I need to cool down. I need to actually take the time to do a bit of a reset, because I kind of just went for it as soon as I felt the energy coming through. And I have kind of got out of balance. So I actually went to a yin yoga class last week, which was lovely. And it reminded me of how beautiful yin yoga can be. And what yin yoga helps you to do is take the time amidst the asana. And as you're engaging with that asana, you notice what we tend to do is hold the asana. And we're waiting for the teacher to tell us to move on to the next asana. And within that holding, there is a lot of gripping and tension going on that we're actually creating around the asana. So instead of engaging with that, because we're spending a bit longer in that pose, we start to learn to soften and breathe and relax and notice our body starting to unravel. So we're actually starting to work with the asana rather than against it. And we go deeper and deeper into that beautiful pose. And that is really advanced yoga right there. And it is about turning your focus inside your body, the sensations of the body, and becoming aware and noticing all the subtle movements and shifts that are going on. And if we can do that, if we can find the time and space to do that, if we can actually get rid of all this chatty stuff that's going on up here, all the distractions, and actually pay attention to the subtlety, then, as I said, what we're doing is really, really advanced. So this month with the air element, we're being encouraged to tune to that kind of stuff and finding the time in our daily lives to check in with ourselves and slow ourselves down, rebalance our nervous system. And from there, we'll be more effective at kind of taking action, rather than kind of this accumulation of tension that kind of starts to block us and get in our way as we move forward. So this month is really quite a powerful month in a very subtle way. So I find it really interesting, and I'm really enjoying working with this energy. So one thing I've been doing, I've been posting over to my Instagram, is that I've been making sure that I walk along the seafront on my way to work in the morning. And I just notice nature doing its thing around me. And there is a lot of nature here, and I'm very, very lucky to be in a country where nature is still very prevalent. And so as I'm walking around, I particularly notice the birds. And I've been filming these birds and different birds, that I'm seeing in my travels. And then I'm posting them up and looking up the spiritual meaning behind those birds. And you can do this about anything: butterflies, dragonflies, whatever, whatever you see, some kind of flower, tree, whatever. There is a spiritual meaning behind everything in nature. And so it gives me a beautiful little positive message to start my day with. And I do this quite a lot, but I thought I'd start sharing this little practice, this daily practice with you guys, to encourage you to give that a go. And it just weaves in a bit of magic into your life. And these messages from the universe are always inspiring. So it just gives you that little boost and helps to lift your lovely self-care practice into the supporting, nurturing, self-love kind of stuff, which is what we want. And it balances out all the other stuff, you know, and there is a lot of other stuff, a lot of conflict and tension and troubles and worries and all that sort of thing that we have going on in our lives. It gives us a little counter point to that stuff. And it's beautiful. The more tuned in you get into nature, the more balanced you get as well. So I find this is really, really a powerful insight that I've really kind of grabbed hold of since I've been here in Australia. And I know not everybody has access to nature wherever they are in the world, so that's why I share it with you through my Instagram and my Facebook posts, so you can get some of it through me. So I've also done a beautiful spreadsheet, worksheet, whatever you want to call it, home care little program, wellness program for the air element. I came up with this last week or so, and I posted it over to this lovely group for free, so you guys can print it out. It's just a PDF. It's about 4 pages long, and it just is suggesting these beautiful home care practices related to the air element. So we go through pranayama practices, asana practices, and mindfulness practices. So they're just suggestions for you to weave into your home care routine, and it just helps you to connect a little bit deeper, have more of an understanding of the air element and how you can take hold of this thing and make it work for you to help you be more balanced and happy in your daily life. So do download it. It's, as I said, it's free for you guys. I've also got it on my website, which it is actually a little mini course on my website, so people can get it from there as well. All right, so that's it for me today, apart from I actually am at home today, so I did remember to get out my cards for you guys. So we've got Joyful Abundance today. That's this one. I like this one a lot. Nice, quick and easy little cards that are very inspiring. I've had these ones for years. So what do the creative yogis need to know like today? Let's have a look. What do the creative yogis need to know? Creative yogis, what do you need to know? Each morning is a new chance to bring my aspirations to life. That's beautiful. Each morning is a new chance to bring my aspirations to life. There you go. Do a little screenshot. It's a nice one. I like that one. And again, that sort of chimes with me going for my little walk in the morning and checking in with the wildlife and finding that inspiring quote. You know, that's how I start my day. It's just a nice way. And then by the time I get to work, I've got a smile on my face, you know. Okay, let's choose this one. This is from the Soul Journeys book. This one's quite deep and meaningful. I do like these. I like doing spreads with these cards because they have a lot of information in the booklet and things like that. So let's choose a card from the Soul Journey. What do the creative yogis need to know right now? What do the creative yogis need to know right now? Choose a card. Abundance. Okay. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. There you go. Abundance. Can't argue with that. Limitless being. I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So true. Once you start to understand manifestation, the world's your oyster. Alright, so that's it for me today. Have a lovely week. Namaste, creative yogis.